Good afternoon everyone, my name is Tan Ranjan and I am presenting together with my team member Sam Jin Hong and Shimi Yang. Today we will be presenting our IBM2202 group assignment which focus on the IT infrastructure landscape analysis and design for Shopee Malaysia, one of the leader e-commerce platform in Southeast Asia. In this presentation, we will walk in through Shopee's infrastructure including its hardware, storage system, servers, networking and security, as well as the key challenges and solutions involved. Here's our agenda. We will cover 7 key domains, starting with Shopee organization background, moving through hardware and storage, the server and OS environment, network and security, directory service, application and middleware, and finally, the ethical and professional standard framework. In this part, I will talk about background of Shopee. Shopee is Southeast Asia leader e-commerce platform launched in 2015 by Singapore-based C Limited. In Malaysia, it considered ranks as the most downloaded shopping app. What makes Shopee technically interesting is its cloud-native architecture on Amazon Web Service. It can elastically scale up to 12 times normal traffic during flash sale events like November 11 and December 12. Every single revenue generating activity depends on IT across 5 cloud areas. The marketplace platform for product listing and messaging, payment process through Shopee Pay and PCI DSS complaint gateway, logistics with real-time tracking, data analysis powered recommendation engine, and always-on customer support with AI chatbot. The key infrastructure challenges are managing the traffic availability, petabyte scale data, and strict regulatory compliance under Malaysia PTPA 2010, BMA, RMIT, and PCI DSS v4.0. Then, in this part, I will talk about hardware and storage infrastructure of Shopee. Shopee uses a combination of storage technology to handle large amounts of data efficiently. The storage system can be divided into 3 tiers. The hot tier uses SSDs for high-speed operations such as database and real-time transaction. The warm tier uses HDDs for frequently accessed data with lower cost. The cool tier is used for long-term storage such as backups and archival data. To ensure data reliability, Shopee uses RAM technology, including RAM 1, RAM 5, and RAM 10, which provide redundancy and fault tolerance. Fiber channels is used for high-speed communication between server and storage system. Additionally, Shopee uses storage areas network access to centralize storage and improve scalability. Technology like storage visualization and zooming are also implemented to enhance manage security and performance. On this part, I will share about server and operating system environment of Shopee. Shopee uses different types of server to handle its operation. Web server manages user requests and display content, while application server process business logic such as order and payments. Database server store important data like user information and transaction, and directory server manage user identity and access using LDAP. The operating system supports key features such as multi-user, multitasking, multi-processing, and multi-vector, which allow the system to handle many operations effectively. To ensure reliability, Shopee uses distributed server architecture with load balancing, crystally, and failover system. Monitoring tools and auto-scaling are also used to maintain performance and availability, especially during high traffic areas.
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yang. I'm going to introduce you about the network security infrastructure. The Shopee's network implements a 3-tier hybrid topology. The access tier uses a stub topology with layer 2 switches. The distribution tier aggregates these with VLAN policy enforcement. The core tier provides a high-speed partial mesh backbone with no signal point or failure. The one edge connects to ISP's CDN points of presence and payment network partners via BGP routers and next generation firewalls. We segment the network into 7 VLANs, applying the least privilege principle. Like no segment can initiate communication with a more sensitive segment without explicit policy authorization. The DMZ in VLAN 40 acts as a buffer zone. Internet traffic can reach the load balancers and WAF, but cannot directly reach the internal production network. The send traffic in VLAN 30 is completely isolated with no general network access. For data security, we cover all 4 cryptographic goals. Confidentiality is provided by AES-256 and REST, and TLS 1.7 in transit. Authentication uses TLS certificates. OAuth 2.0 and FIDO2 hardware security key for admin access. Integrity is enforced via SHA-256 HMAC on all API payloads. And non-repudiation is awaited by RSA digital signature on every financial transaction received. All the master keys are stored in a Tails Luna HSM cluster with automatic 19-day rotation. Now I'm going to introduce you about the next part, directory service and identity management. Directory service is a specialized hierarchical database optimized for read-intensive identity queries. Unlike transactional database, it's architected for low latency lookups against a tree-shaped data model. Shopee's LDAP implementation covers all 4 protocol models. The information model defines employee entires with attributes like UID, common name, mail, and employee ID. The naming model organizes these in a directory information tree. For example, like an engineer's entry read, UUID is John DOE, OU is engineering, DC is Shopee, DC is com.my. The functional model defines operations like bind to authenticate, search to retrieve group membership, modify on role transfer, and delete when an employee departs. The security mode enforces ACLs. Only designated IAM service accounts can modify employee record, and sensitive attributes like password hashes are readable only by approved HR system. The identity chain integrates LDAP with single sign-on via SAML2 and OAuth2, RBAC group mappings, FIDO2 hardware security key MFA, and CyberArk privilege access management, which brokers and records all privilege sections for forensic auditability. Thanks for listening. That's all my parts.
Hi, my name is Sam Jing Hong, and I will be taking on parts application and middleware architectures, ethics and standards, and summary of this video. So let's start from application and middleware architectures. So A middleware is the software layer between the operating system and business application that provide common communications and the integration service. So in Shopee environments of hundreds of microservices across multiple data centers, middleware is the architecture's glue. IBM MQ is our enterprise message-oriented middleware. It guarantees exactly one message delivery using persistent storage. Every message is synchronously written to a transaction log before the sender receives an acknowledgement. We use three message models. So first, point-to-point. Within a single QM, queue managers handles internal or processing between carts, order management, and inventory. The second one, point-to-point across QM. Queue managers notifies Shopee Express in a geographically separate data center of payment verifications. So the third, publish subscribes allow an order ships event to be delivered simultaneously to all subscribe queues. So for transaction system, we use OLTP on the four SCID properties. So first, A, atomicity, ensure a transactions either commit fully or roll back entirely. C, consistency, keep the database in a valid state. I, installations, prevent dirty reads from concurrent transactions. And D, durability, used to write ahead logins to survey systems crash. So in parallel, we maintain a star schema data warehouse with a central fact table for order and dimension table for that product, customer, and seller. So this power GMV dashboard and conversion rate analytics. Next is ethics and standards. So Shopee infrastructure's decision affect the privacy and financial security of tens of millions of Malaysians. So ethics must be embedded into every design decisions. Our regulatory and standard frameworks cover four major instruments. So first, PDPA, the Personal Data Protection Act in 2010 governs all commercial data processing in Malaysia. We map all seven PDPA principles to technical implementations, from concerns management system in the checkout flow to automate S3 lifecycle policies, enforcing the retentions principle, ISO IEC, provide the information security management system structures, PCI DSS versions 4.0, directly inform our encryptions, access control, and monitoring because Shopee is a licensed e-money issues through Shopee Pay, and BNM risk management in technology policy require board-level technologies, risk oversight, and cyber resilience testings. At the design level, we embed four ethical principles. First, privacy by design means data protection is built into architectures from inceptions. Second, data minimizations ensure we only collect what's strictly necessary. Third, algorithms fairness require that recommendations and fraud detections model are audited for discriminatory patterns. Our algorithms must not be penalized specific demographics group, and accountability means every data processing activity has documented ownership demonstrable to regulator. In summary, we have a key design decisions. So for hardware and storage, we implement a three-tier hierarchy with NVMe, SSD, SSS, HDD, and AWS Blazers, underpinned by RAID 10 for productions and RAID 6 for warm-tier connects via 22 GB fiber channel SAN. So the server environments use Ubuntu and RHEL on Linux. The network uses a three-tier topology with 7 LANs and a 3-zone DMZ firewall. All data is protected by AES 256 and TLS 1.3 with key in and HSM. So the directory service implements all four LDAP models with full SSO, RBAC, FIDO2, MFA, and CyberArk PAM. So IBM NQ guarantee exactly one message delivery across the couple microservice, and our ethical framework is an encore in PDPA 2010 ISO PCI DSS v4 and BNM IMIT. Yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you.